I will say this, for example.
Yeah.
We work with traders in the Gikomba market. So we find that there's some things the traders cannot, they consider unsellable for them. So when I tell you this is unsellable to them, you might think, oh, maybe this item is torn or it's just looking like really whack. But in the real sense is, we work with a lot of fabric, let's say khakis. So when we go to these traders and we buy it, it's because one, the color is wrong.
So now enter Africa Collect Textiles. So what do you guys do and where did this idea come from?
So the organization is founded by two guys. So that's Elmer Struma, he's Dutch, and Alex Musembi, Kenyan. So they used to work for an organization called Kizit. Now it's called Symphony. It's like a textile collection organization. So they did a research and they saw like the solutions that are based in the European countries, the global north, like the textile collections and the upcycling is really feasible here because there is the textile that needs to be collected and upcycled. So they adopted, once the company closed its offices in Africa, they decided to take up that opportunity and put in together that infrastructure. So we are currently based in Kenya and in Lagos, Nigeria.
So what do? You collect clothes. We did see this, and if you haven't caught the episode, for this to make sense, you probably need a bit of context. Please do watch the episode that explains what Africa Collect Textile actually does. But in summary, for someone who's probably not caught it, you collect clothes from homes or receive them in terms of people delivering them to you.
Yes.
And then you turn them into usable products.
Yes, so we have around, collectively, in Kenya and Lagos, we have around 50 collection points. Majority of them are here, like around 33, if I'm not wrong.
Here being Kenya?
Yes, here in Kenya. Sorry. Here in Nairobi, Kenya. We have around 33. They're in shopping malls, like we have in Village Market, Junction Mall. We also in schools, Riara University, Strathmore, JKUAT. We also have them in churches and in some estates. So what we do is through our social media platforms, through events such as this, through workshops, we always advocate for people to donate what they consider unusable in their homes. So that could be old bed sheets, could be the clothes that you wear. We could also collect footwear, mattresses, etc., curtains. So they drop them off at our collection bins. And then every week, our logistics team, they go around, they collect the clothes. We also do door-to-door pickups in case our collection point is not close by. So we also collect from there. We also work with different organizations. For example, we work with Sheldrake Wildlife Trust. We also work with KK Security, where, nowadays people are trying to find ways to sustainably dispose of their items or what they use. And uniforms are very sensitive, so you can just throw them in the dustbin. So what we do is we collect, they give them to us, we cut out the logos, we cut out the labels, and then now we upcycle them into very nice materials, like very nice items. We have rugs, we have bags, we have toys for kids, we have oven mittens, we have aprons, etc.
Awesome. So let me understand from your statistics in terms of your collection. Let's talk Lagos, Nairobi, or Nigeria, Kenya. What are you seeing? Are there disparities or are they similar in terms of what people bring to you? And then what age brackets deliver or are quick to respond to you, if you're able to give us those statistics?
The Kenyan market is very diverse. Okay. So we are really quick. The Kenyan people are really quick to pick up on things. So the high volumes that we collect are mostly here in Kenya. And it's because in Nairobi, I don't know, it's a gift we are given. We understand things really quickly. We are also quickly to adopt to new models. So the larger volumes are here. In Lagos, it's picking up, but it's also a bit slowly because also with them, it takes a little bit of time, but it's also picking up. And the majority of the people who normally donate are in, let's say, from 18. We find 18-year-olds all the way to around 45-year-olds.
Okay. Yeah. That's interesting. So let's talk green jobs, because that's the essence of this platform. First of all, I'd love to understand your journey as a communication manager. Like, how did you end up? Because many times when you speak about green jobs, we talk about those who are actually doing the hard work, whether it's the solar installers or that electrical engineer or the people who are doing waste management in terms of the collection. But you are a comms person, meaning that you're providing support for those that are, you're providing for a support for an organization that is in an industry around waste management, meaning that you are actually in a green job, if it was categorized like that. So how did you end up in this space? And are you genuinely passionate about what you're advocating for?
Absolutely, yes. One of the things is, if I don't love it, I don't do it.
Okay.
My personal motto. So my journey is very funny. I used to work in media. I used to work at a newsroom. And then I was actually looking to transition into like doing impact-related kind of jobs. So I was sent to Africa Collect Textiles to do a video, like to do a story on Alex. So Alex told me what they do, and I was like, oh wow, I did not know. Like, I know about recycling paper, I know about recycling plastic, I know about glass, but I was like, okay, who knew about clothes? Because I send all my clothes to either children's home or to my cousins who live in shacks. Yeah, guys don't do that. They don't wear your clothes. So yeah, that's what I knew. Like, I was like, okay, so there's such a thing as upcycling, like recycling textiles. So he told me what they do, what they normally do, and I was like, okay, so maybe this is what I have been looking for. I hounded him for like 3-4 months, and yeah, voila, here.
Awesome. So you pursued the job, you saw the opportunity.
Yes, because they also had an opening. So I was like, yeah,
okay,
I'm not gonna.
So that should be a message to all of you out there. For those of you who have watched all our episodes or most of them and you're thinking, I want a green job, you could probably do what Whitney did, pursue the job because the opportunities are there. Sometimes you just have to be a bit more aggressive and be able to show that you can do it. And then the other thing is that you can learn on the job, because we have many examples that we have showcased on this platform that you can actually learn on the job. So Whitney, in terms of the value chain from the collection points, I guess it starts with the communication and advocacy bit of it, and then the collection points. Where are the jobs for you guys? Where exactly do you create the jobs for either young people or whoever else works for you in the green space of what you're doing?
Majority of what we do requires people with like the blue collar sector, like people who are hands-on.
Blue collar sector.
Yeah, with the technical skills. Yeah. So we have created around 90 jobs currently, and most of them lies with, we need people who can stitch, we need people who know how to weave, we need people who have the technical skills of like fashion design, and like we have so many people. We need people who have who know how to drive, so that there's people who can go to the collection points. We need people who can sort, like you by you looking at the clothes, this can go into this space, this is good quality. We've created so many different kinds of jobs because it's not just people who are able to look nice in a suit and sit in the office in front of a computer that need to do these things, but we also need people on the ground.
Okay. So you talked about rags, you talked about, I think I saw some toys or equivalents of those, some decor pieces. What are your most fast selling, or what are your fastest selling items in terms of the ones that you guys have upcycled?
So people have like an affinity for our tote bags and our rags. Our rags are very unique. So we normally use silhouettes. We are showcasing African women. So we have one that's called the African princess rag, and then the African queen rag. Actually, those two rags were designed by women. The African queen rag was designed by our co-founder who's in Nigeria. She's called Eno. And then the African princess rag was designed by a local designer. She's called Jabet. So we are trying also to, as much as we are eco-friendly, we are trying to show that, yes, we also provide space for women and we uplift women. Also, like 70% of our workforce is women.
70% of your workforce?
Majority of the people who work in that organization.
And are those mostly in the tailoring space, or?
Yes, we have people like in the office, and in the tailoring space, we have people who are also in the fashion space, yes. Apart from just creating jobs, we also focus on impacting the lives of the community around us. So what we do is, from the collections that we get, we always put aside 10 shillings per kg to donate to a children's home in Maroroi, where our offices are. It's called Matthew 25. So the money goes to catering for their school fees, to help in medical bills, to buy food. And also whatever that is collected or donated to the organization that is meant for children is specifically set aside. So sometimes we get books, we get shoes for kids. It's set aside, and we provide them with fitting clothes. So we will not give clothes that are meant for a 20-year-old to an 80-year-old. Yes, so we provide that for them. Because truth be told, like I've always said, there's so much more than that goes into like providing or catering to needs for children other than just clothes. They need so much more. So the money bit goes into catering for the other ones, and then now the clothes we provide for them.
All right, great. So where exactly do you guys sell your products after you've upcycled them, and where do you market them, and where do you sell them?
So locally, we work with different partners. We have a shop at Opportunity Factory. It's in Karen, the Made in Kenya shop. We also work with other places like African Lifestyle Hub, Ikandi shop. You can also purchase through our social media platforms. You just DM us on Instagram, or you send us an email, and we will pack it up and send it to you. We also have a partner who is in the European market. He's called Nick and Mick. Excuse me. So we normally ship out our stuff to him, and he helps us with infiltrating the European market.
So because on this platform, people follow us because of wanting to know more about green jobs, but they also are interested in the stories behind, and we try to also give the platform as a way of the people that we interview and the organizations that we engage with to talk about what they do. So I'll probably give you this time to be able to say, for those who have clothes, how do they reach you? How do they deliver the clothes to you, or how do they get them to you?
If you have clothes that you're not wearing anymore, please visit our website or our social media pages and just DM us. We will come and get the clothes from your house at no cost at all. Or you can give me a call at 0721 884131, and I will link you with our collection team. Also, to learn more about how you can be part of this amazing change, you can visit our website at www.africacollecttextiles.com, and the same goes for our Twitter page, our Instagram page, Africa Collect Textiles.
Excellent. Thank you, Whitney, for coming. It's been awesome. Continue doing what you're doing, and we'll definitely see how to support you and, of course, drive traffic to you, because I think all of us have something that we can dispose that can then be used for good. And then that's one of the ways, like I said at the beginning, of how you and I can contribute towards this whole climate discourse, and not just from the conversation bit of it, but from actually doing something. Because one of the questions that we keep getting is, how do I, as an individual, play a role in addressing the issue of climate change? Thanks for hanging out with me and Whitney today. You have clothes, please deliver them to her. You've had the details, please send them to her and to their organization. Please share, like, comment in the section below. What is it that you are doing to contribute towards addressing the issue of climate change? Do you know an organization that is doing amazing work that you think we should feature? Do you do amazing work in the area of the green economy that you think we should feature? Are you creating green jobs, or do you have questions in any of those lines? Please do share them in the comment section below, and we will be able to see how many of you that we can feature on this platform. My name is Sellah Bogonko, co-founder and CEO, Jacobs Ladder Africa, and this is Green Jobs Africa.